And he's played very, very well already in this tournament. Ali knows what he's up against. Listen to the interviews, of course, pre-match. He watched a little bit, of course, of his opponent's match and saw a lot of good qualities there. So Ali certainly won't be taking anything for granted. You can't at this stage, no matter who you're playing. But I feel Ali Carter has played really well. Also, Phil, he looks to be in good form. He's in a good place, of course. Winning that German Masters give him great confidence. So it's going to be an interesting matches. And they're both very, very good in the tactical side of the game as well. That one's gone slightly wrong. He's left a possible red to this right corner, but it's not a natural pathway around the back of that black.
Put your phones on silent, please.
He takes this red on. He's got to avoid that red just below the black. So that's why he's digging deep on the cue ball. He couldn't avoid the red, but I tell you what, he'd be certainly settling for that. Great opener. Yeah, he's got a bit of luck there, but probably deserved. It's a good pot. Oh, he hasn't got into this at all. I mean, he is blessed with a lot of cue power, but didn't strike that cue ball very well at all. No reaction on the cue ball. He was playing for those two reds left of the pack. Good recovery.
Yeah, one thing we've seen this week from Carter, his rest play, I think, has been of the very highest caliber. 96% of pots using the rest have found their target.
Ten.
Yeah, and that's a shot there. I mean, he had a nice angle. Okay, he's got three available reds. He had a nice chance there to go into the pack. Still could have been on those reds if it hadn't worked out. Can he get on the black here? As I said, he's blessed with wonderful cue power. Really strikes the ball beautifully.
11.
And played that nicely.
And he's been reaching world ranking event finals for 15 years. His first was at the Crucible in 2008. His most recent, about a month ago.
Needs to play this shot on a little bit of right hand side just to bounce it off two cushions.
19.
I go back to that shot on the blue, Phil. I mean, since he played that shot, he's been struggling for position. He could have taken the opportunity to split the reds. Not a great angle on the black here. Yeah, I don't blame him not trying to go into the pack at that time. So once again, mid distance
26.
red, hold for the black. But he's very confident in that particular type of shot, isn't he? That was straight into the middle.
Yeah, just what I was going to say. That kind of shot when you're struggling is a trial and a tribulation. When you're firing, as Carter is, you fully expect to knock it in.
$34. $35.
This time he will be going into the pack. He's having a look at two reds into this corner pocket. Are they a possible plant? He's got to be very careful of that. Okay, it's not direct into the pocket, but if he hits the pink full ball, he could plant one of those reds into the corner pocket, so he's got to be careful here. That's why he's played to just cannon the red to the right. And it hasn't gone
40.
according to plan.
The spider, then the conventional rest on top. You often see players think about doing that and then have second thoughts.
Ali Carter, 40.
Happy with the 40 points. Not a bad start. I think we'll see a lot of these frames tonight, Phil. We'll see some good breaks, but we'll see a lot of, you know, players taking the points that they can get and playing some good safety. It'll be hard fought between these two players, I feel.
Yes, in terms of experience, there's a massive gulf, but I think in the way they approach the game, high quality, sensible percentage play, they are quite similar.
Needs cover on the green. I don't think he's got it. Okay, good length with the cue ball, but he's left this red. It's a real tester too. I'm just wondering, if he plays this with a lot of pace, cue ball could go into the pack of reds and he'd be on nothing. If he plays it at a slow pace and try and hold for the black, it might be his best option, this. He's playing it slow. Oh, that may have drifted offline because he's missed it by some distance. Let's have a look at this again. May have drifted off. I have to give him the benefit of the doubt there. You wouldn't have expected him to miss it by that much. He hasn't left anything.
Yes, the inaccuracy of O'Connor's last shot might have helped him. Had he been closer to the pocket and the red remained there, could have been the end of frame.
Well, this is a shot, and Ali Carter gets a high percentage of this red. It's potable. He's playing it with safety in mind, obviously back to balk, but has got a high percentage of these shots over the last few days. That was pretty close, but watch the cue ball. Very, very good. Well, an excellent return. Okay, he's knocked the red over this corner pocket, but
That's enough.
I'll tell you, this is certainly not easy bridging over the yellow. It's one of these shots, Phil, isn't it, that you normally, a lot of players would, when they're sighting the ball, they normally, in the end, sight the object ball, which is the red. And shots like this, you'd have to sight the cue ball because you don't want to foul. Now, chance for Joe O'Connor. Not straightforward, but it's a chance.
Joe O'Connor will have a good career in snooker, and I can tell you why. He's got, as Ken said, right at the top of the match, a very cool temperament. It's something you've either got or you haven't. You can practice for 12 hours a day. It makes no difference. If you haven't got it originally, it's not going to come, no matter how much practice you put in. But he's dedicated, and he's also got bottle. We see so many players
6.
over the generations who are wonderfully skilled, who haven't got bottle. He has.
Seven.
Yeah, and I think that was quite evident in his match against Luca, and of course his match against Mark Allen, where he had to rely on it to get over the line. It's always a good sign. And when the winning line comes, that you don't blink, you don't balk at it, you welcome it.
And by the way, that's the voice of experience, because Ken Doherty had bottle aplenty. Or Ken Doherty has bottle aplenty.
Has he got an angle to get on this black into the same pocket? Deep screw. Oh, that little kiss on the red.
Sorry.
He didn't want. It's okay, he's on the black. He didn't want that kiss on the red. Bridging over the red, it's close to the right-hand side cushion. Very good. Excellent shot, that.
And
of course, when he puts this red, it will release the red just to the left of it into the same corner pocket.
$21.
Once again, he's going to, well, he may be able to cue through the gap of the two reds, but it's not a great angle on the black. He wanted to be either higher up with the cue ball or even lower down with the cue ball for a better angle to get on those two reds near the pink spot. Can't do that now.
Great view down the shot there. Saw O'Connor employing that looped bridge, which we see a lot in pool, not so much of in snooker. But that was O'Connor's initial Q Sports background. English 8-ball pool, the small tables you see in pubs, yellows and reds and all that. He was decorated in that sport, won a junior world title. So to go from that to snooker,
36.
it was a massive transition, but he took to the game like a duck to water.
I'll tell you, his cue ball has been excellent so far. Well, is he playing the little cannon on the red just to bring it into play? The one that's close to the cushion? He is, and what a shot he's played there. That's a tremendous shot. Didn't have to play that. He could have taken the loose reds and taken the points, but that was a shot of a confident man. Wonderful. Four points in the lead.
44.
If he has a look at the scoreboard, you'd like to take 3 reds and 3 blacks, so you'd be 28 in the lead with 27 on, because that yellow in the middle of the ball cushion is not a gimme. You'd like to get 3 reds and
45.
blacks here. You may see him glance at the scoreboard if he hasn't already done so. There you go. He knows what he has to do. Another glance,
52.
just checking.
And throughout this break, Ali Carter's been sitting there a couple of times, quietly nodding. He understands now, if he didn't before, that this is going to be a difficult task. O'Connor has momentum, and he's
60.
thoroughly enjoying himself out there. Not intimidated by opponent or occasion.
61.
Yeah, there'll be no heroics with this black. I won't be trying to get anywhere near the yellow here. Well, he's got himself in a good position. His opponent will need 1 4-point snooker. There's the acknowledgement from this wonderful crowd here tonight. But this frame
68.
is certainly not over. 1 4-point snooker required. He's in the driving seat. It's been a wonderful break. Beautifully crafted.
Joe O'Connor, 68.
Good stuff. Good start from Joe O'Connor. Oh, that's a bit hard. There's a gap between green and brown. mistake from Ali Carter.
Two.
Picking up where he left off.
5. Nine.
Laying down a marker. It's O'Connor, 0 Carter.